Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. We're set for this Wednesday's empowerment session, bringing you a triad I'm sure will give you superpowers. Ask yourself, how often have you avoided trying, taking risks, or starting something new because you fear rejection, criticism, or ridicule? How much have you missed out on due to this fear? Consider how much it matters when it's from a stranger, someone irrelevant to your life, or when it's from someone you know, someone significant to you, a person who represents something. If we don't recognize this weakness, we'll keep thinking we're vulnerable to all rejection, mockery, or criticism. That's not true. We're only vulnerable to certain people. Not everyone matters to us. When certain people criticize, reject, or mock us, it's natural to feel hurt and upset. This is a form of weakness, a kind of aggression towards us. It's impossible to reach a point where we feel nothing when people we care about hurt us. So I'm not offering to eliminate these feelings entirely. Some ask me to make them immune to rejection, criticism, and mockery. I say that's like trying to change everyone you'll ever meet. The truth is that's simply impossible. We'd have to solve everyone's life issues. It's more effective to strengthen ourselves against this triad. Being strong doesn't mean not caring or feeling any pain or discomfort. It means it won't block, stagnate, or stop you. If you're weak in this triad with people you care about, even a glance can stall, stop, or block you. So we'll strengthen ourselves today to quickly overcome this. My proposal is that we do this strengthening so it doesn't become something that holds us back, but instead, this experience helps us grow, gain awareness, learn not to take things personally, and so on. So each time this happens to me, it becomes an opportunity for growth, development, and expanded consciousness. I'm Rocio Sativanes, a Yuen Method instructor, and we meet here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to strengthen ourselves together. Remember, we have level 1 and 2 on November 9th and 10th. You can take one or both, and there's a promotion for both. But the time has come, the moment is here, the year is over, it's really finished now, and this is the moment to take charge of our own lives. If you've done these levels with another facilitator, you get a 50% discount. If not, here's your chance. It's time to take control and start writing your own destiny. I assure you, the Yuen Method is the most effective tool for this. So I'll leave that for you to consider. Let's start strengthening ourselves, erasing the buildup of all times this triad confused us, as I truly thought rejection was what hurt. Even without deep rejection issues, being rejected feels bad, as we all crave acceptance for survival. So let's strengthen ourselves to erase the impact of all the times I was rejected. On top of that, I criticized, judged, attacked, and blocked myself, causing this stagnation. So we erase it completely to 0 minus infinity, 100% of the time for infinite time. Let's also erase all the times when, by giving so much energy and thought, so much negative self-talk to this triad in response to others' actions, we stop progressing, advancing, and achieving continued success. We'll erase how this turned into other emotions: offense, hurt, resentment, fear, insecurity, and self-doubt. We'll erase the cumulative effect of all times we've experienced this, especially in childhood, and how this mockery that this criticism and rejection came from those who matter most to us in life, our parents. Let's erase it every time it happened consciously, unconsciously, and subconsciously. This includes parents from this life and past lives to zero minus infinity, 100% of the time for infinite time. Will also erase the cumulative effect of all the times you were the one when you criticized, mocked, or rejected others, causing pain, blockage, stagnation, offense, and hurt feelings. Because the harm we do to others, we eventually experience ourselves. So we erase it in this life and all lives. All of this that became karma, a curse for weakening others, especially to gain power over them. We erase it to zero minus infinity 100% of the time with infinite time. Now we're going to separate the energy of all the times you've rejected kindly and the times you did it unkindly, times when you had no compassion or mercy and caused great pain, great harm to someone who didn't deserve it, who didn't deserve that treatment from you. So we'll separate this because we all certainly have to reject sometimes. Imagine if you accepted everyone into your life. Of course not. So we're going to be strong to admit, accept, and recognize that we have also caused this harm in this life, in others too, but also in this one, and that what we fear most is what we've also done to others. So we also erase it to zero minus infinity 100% of the time with infinite time. Now we'll erase the rejection energy from those you care about, from the that you don't care about, because those you don't mind, you don't remember or even think about, but the ones you do care about, you haven't been able to let go of. Let go. In fact, it became a complex turning into trauma, a limitation that held you back from moving past this criticism. So we separate these two and erase the weaknesses to zero minus infinity 100% of the time, infinitely. We'll also erase all the times you saw and heard others being hurt like this, especially criticism, rejection, mockery, and cases where the recipient was stuck, blocked, or stopped, causing a very negative, painful experience. We'll erase it because seeing and hearing it in others also causes fear and trauma. So we delete it to zero minus infinity 100% of the time, infinitely. Let's break down all components of this problem, separating the energies of rejection, mockery, and criticism. We'll separate what I did and received consciously and subconsciously in both directions. Let's also separate the energy from times I've experienced it, seen it, heard it, and done it to others. We'll clear everything to zero minus infinity 100% of the time with infinite time. Now let's balance all these energies so they're centered, equilibrated, and stable. We'll also erase all the negative information, misperceptions, and misinterpretations about them. People often say, don't mind them or let it go. But the truth is, it's not that easy, especially when that person matters to you or is an authority figure in your life. So we're going to make you strong, yes, to address it, but without blocking, to address it, but without judgment, simply to observe what emotions are triggered and activated in you so we can attend to those memories, because what you feel when faced with rejection isn't the same as what another person feels, or what you feel when mocked isn't the same. Why? Because different memories are triggered in each person. So we're going to make you strong because that memory will reveal itself through the emotion you feel. So be strong to observe that emotion without judgment, criticism, accusation, or complaint. Be strong to observe it and connect with the information behind this problem, behind this memory, 100% with infinite potential, 100% of the time with infinite time. We're also going to erase all traces, remnants, and impressions of these daily dynamics at school, within the family, among friends, and in the work groups where you've developed. Let's erase the idea that all these possible combinations were the means of communication and relationship through these energies. We also erase to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time with infinite time. Let's separate this energy of criticism that somehow constitutes gaining power, self-recognition, and feeling superior to others. We'll remove this relationship, association, and programming and strengthen ourselves to realize that criticizing is about correcting, not telling others what's wrong or what they should or shouldn't be. Doing this is also harmful and offensive. Let's be strong enough to accept, admit, and recognize this so we can observe it to the extent we do it. Because precisely to the extent that I do it, I'll also receive it, and to the extent that I cause harm, I'll also be harmed. So, if I don't criticize, judge, or mock, it'll be much easier to navigate and quickly transcend these emotions. They might trigger me and set off some memory. Yes, let's be strong enough to accept, admit, and recognize that when people throw stones at you, it'll hurt, but be strong so it doesn't lead to stagnation or block your next steps towards 100% potential all the time with infinite possibilities. This is exactly when we can turn things around. Let's be strong to transcend it, learning, recognizing, and observing to learn not to take things personally and to understand that what others say comes from their own awareness, information, and the conditioning that shapes their perception. In other words, they can't see the good, what's there, or what's possible, because if they're full of dissatisfaction, they'll never be able to recognize it. If I understand this and create better inner dialogues, I'll be strong enough to handle these energies. So let's strengthen you to create these internal dialogues. First, don't take things personally. Second, recognize that criticism, accusation, judgment, rejection, or mockery often stems from the pain, fears, beliefs, conditioning, and programming of the person who's dishing it out. Will make you strong enough to see this clearly and automatically when it happens. Strong enough to make your own transformations through your inner dialogue, and will strengthen you so that, as we've been saying in recent sessions, the most important opinion in the world is the one you have of yourself. That's the one that'll feed you. It'll lead you to success or failure. Be strong, generate good opinions of yourself through your achievements, triumphs, progress, and good deeds. Will strengthen you to nurture a positive self-image through daily habits that make you proud of yourself. So when criticism, mockery, or rejection comes, you can rely on your own conscience, knowing who you are. Will make you strong so others' opinions never outweigh your own. Let's also remove the ego that says not us, because it is us too. So let's get strong, increase humility, and accept that we can be rejected too. Of course, people can make fun of me too, and I'll face criticism as well. Let's be strong and accept that this is a worldwide phenomenon. It's not an Olympic sport, but it's one everyone practices, shaping families. They know no other way to communicate. So be strong. If this was your family's style, recognize it in others and keep your distance. Let's dispel the myth that when someone you care about rejects or mocks you, it won't hurt. I vote no. I might be wrong, but I don't think it's possible. It will always leave a mark, cause some discomfort. It's never enough because it's a form of disqualification, which is aggression. So let's be strong and eliminate this misconception and misinterpretation. and avoid falling into cynicism, arrogance, or self-importance. Be strong with 100% infinite potential all the time, endlessly. Let's also remove all the energy you've spent and invested in rejecting and criticizing the situation, dwelling on why they said it, why they did it, and how it was possible. Because as long as you're investing energy in all of that, you'll keep attracting these experiences. It'll make it hurt more, feel stronger, and be interpreted in an exaggerated way. So let's remove these mental tendencies towards criticism, rejection, and mockery. We'll remove it all, reducing its intensity completely with infinite potential. We'll also erase all the energy from incorrect questions and answers, as well as questions that remained unanswered, why you're rejected, mocked, if it's ancestors, karma, curses, and why you're searching for answers. Let's erase all of this, shall we? Usually this stems from numerous memories where we did it, saw it, heard it, accepted it. So it's natural for it to surface. It's normal to face rejection as people excel at it. They're pros at criticism and mockery, us included. So let's strengthen ourselves to remove this energy of wrong questions, answers, and unanswered queries. We'll erase it to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time, infinitely. Let's break free from the collective that's weakened by this. It's their biggest fear, their greatest panic. This panic has led to limitation, scarcity, poverty, illness, and isolation. Let's erase the cumulative effect of experiencing this, especially repeatedly due to the same causes, physical traits, or family characteristics, right? Will erase the constant daily nature of this, which has intensified and magnified the fear of re-experiencing it. Will make you stronger so when it happens, you can observe, know, and learn from yourself amidst all those triggered emotions. We're going to boost the physical potential of your central nervous system. Will increase strength, endurance, speed, agility, coordination, and flexibility. So your central nervous system can access different types of thoughts, different dialogues, and view it from a more distant perspective, realizing that it's not personal, that the critic reveals more about themselves than about you. So will make you strong to read between the lines, to understand the intention behind it and distinguish between constructive criticism and destructive criticism, and also to recognize that people have the right to reject us because we can't please everyone, though that'd be nice. So they have the right to reject us, just as we have the right to reject others who don't resonate with us. Let's be strong enough to grant ourselves and others this right and not take it personally. That is, not to think rejection means I'm lacking, inadequate, or incapable. It's simply because we don't click energetically, that's all. So be strong to reach these helpful conclusions that bring you peace and tranquility. Strong, 100% potential, infinite time. Now let's erase the energy of unresolved issues. All the times you didn't apologize or seek forgiveness, didn't own up to mistakes or hurt others unintentionally, but when confronted, instead of apologizing, you made it worse, doubling down on your actions. Will erase the effect of this low awareness and all these issues you couldn't resolve, didn't want to, or didn't know how to solve, leaving energies that cause pain, fear, stagnation, and blockages. We erase to 0 minus infinity 100% of the time. Now let's also erase all the energy of overwhelming emotions and reactions, especially when facing rejection. When someone rejects you, it triggers all the other rejections you've experienced, your ancestors faced, your parents endured, and even past lives, making it feel so painful. Let's remove old emotions from other experiences unrelated to the present. We'll erase traces, remnants, and impressions to deconfigure and reprogram sensations like stomach tightening, dizziness, anger, fury, and reactive rage. We'll erase these physical reactions caused by accumulated past experiences triggered by rejection, criticism, or mockery. We delete all patterns, programming, configurations, and conditioning from your reactions that make you overreact, confront others, or get into arguments leading you to insult others and leave things worse than before without resolving anything. So let's erase the energy of all this as well. All the problems, separations, and breakups caused by lack of control over your feelings and reactions. We erase it from this and all lives to 0 minus infinity, 100% of the time, infinitely. We'll also remove the misconception that reacting aggressively or escalating conflicts is a sign of power, strength, or intelligence, because it truly isn't. It's actually the opposite of intelligence. True intelligence is separating yourself from the energy to minimize harm. It's not about retaliating. So we erase this misinformation, perception, interpretation, conditioning, programming, and influences to negative infinity 100% of the time, for all time. Reset, recalibrate, reprogram body, mind, and spirit. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for all your comments. Now let's make you strong so that from today onward, rejection, criticism, or mockery feels the same or different, whether there's change or not, perception or no perception. Let's make you strong to unconditionally release, erase, let go, detach, forgive, protect, and forget old rejections, mockeries, and criticisms. We are going to erase all of this that was once important to you. We remove the importance in this powerful moment for this octagon of erasure of past experiences with infinite potential 100% of the time, for all time. Let's also make you strong to accept, admit, and recognize that each time you're rejected, criticized, or mocked, it triggers within you feelings of unworthiness, inability, undeservingness, insignificance, and inadequacy. The extent of this pain indicates the unresolved work that still needs to be done. That's why I say it's not impossible, but very difficult to truly feel nothing in these situations. Why? Because I still have issues to resolve about my own self-perception. As I feel more capable, worthy, deserving, important, and sufficient, I'll be able to deconstruct pain, suffering, fear, shame, guilt, and so on. So stay strong and keep working on this pentagon of self-worth with infinite potential always. Let's also strengthen you to remove the misconception that there'll be a day when no one rejects, mocks, or criticizes you. To achieve that, you'd have to live on an isolated island, cut off from everyone. This isn't realistic, so be strong to accept, acknowledge that this is part of life. The goal isn't to avoid it, but to learn to rise above, let go, and even turn it into personal growth. Each time it happens, I become more self-aware. Even if people are right, I can accept, admit it. Maybe I did something funny and they're not mocking me, but laughing at my joke. Or maybe I did something truly worthy of criticism, and I can view it objectively. Let's build strength to view things neutrally. This criticism, rejection, and mockery to give the benefit of doubt. I don't outright reject or accept it, but think, reflect, and analyze it, appealing to my conscience, actions, and intentions. Strong enough to do this work quickly and fully in the moment, with infinite potential and time. Let's strengthen ourselves to measure our progress through our emotions, sensations, and reactions to this triad. I say this triad is a superpower because imagine you're already strong enough for all of it, that you're rejected but still continue. You persist when mocked and possibly correct yourself. And if criticized, you can discern and keep moving forward, that you're strong enough to advance despite this triad. When you're strong enough to push forward despite challenges, you'll overcome anything. Tsunamis, earthquakes, viruses, whatever comes your way. So let's build your strength to realize that each time you face rejection and you can process it differently, you've already grown, you've already won, you've achieved, you've triumphed over yourself, becoming stronger than before. Let's strengthen you to eagerly anticipate criticism, mockery, and rejection, to measure yourself, to know yourself, to open up, to expand your self-awareness, and to improve your own self-image. Will reinforce your internal and external dynamics, your inner and outer boundaries, and the key points of all these geometric figures we've worked on today at 100% with infinite potential, 100% of the time with endless possibilities. Let's erase all weaknesses, everything that hinders, limits, delays, or blocks us. 1, that I accept, admit, and recognize. 2, release and erase all these memories of intense pain. We also erase what prevents me from accepting this as a human dynamic that will continue worldwide. So we erase it all to 0 minus infinity, 100% of the time, infinitely. Reset, recalibrate, reprogram your body, mind, and spirit. Thank you very much. That's all for today. I can't see or find the winner of this broadcast here. They're surely around, so pay attention to the comments. Well, we'll see you on the day still. I'm not sure if I'll broadcast Friday or tomorrow. I'll let you know via WhatsApp, Telegram, or Instagram where we'll do it. If you're not on these lists, each video description has direct links to WhatsApp and Telegram. So we'll keep you updated on the time and day. Thank you very much, and we'll see you very soon. Until next time, bye.